New Australian technology, which could dramatically improve the learning experience for students with disabilities, has been trialled in New South Wales. Described as a world first, it's called Frasil education and means students can use e-learning programs without needing a mouse or a keyboard. Earlier, I spoke to Chairman of Frasil Education and developer of the technology, Fran, Killoway, and began by asking her how Frasil education works.
Thank you, Selena, very much for having us. Frasil Education is a software development platform and it develops out into an application, and what it allows the children to do is, regardless of what their intellectual capacity is, their dexterity level depends on what language they speak, the actual application adjusts and agrees with every one of them. So if you could imagine 30 children in a classroom, each one of them individual, and each one of them has a different cognitive level. Some of them are below the NAPLAN, some of them are above, some of them speak English, most of them don't. And if you could imagine 25 of those 30 each speak a different language, the technology can deliver to each child, looking at the way they want to see the screen, tailored by them, so that they get the delivery in the language they wish, the way they can understand it, and when the teacher is interacting with them on a daily basis, she in fact can, or he can in fact address the child in English. It'll translate, say, into Italian or Greek or whatever, and then when the child answers, it goes back to the teacher in English.
The trial has been done at Ed's High School at Campbelltown. Does the technology have any limitations in terms of who it can assist?
No, it's available. Frasil Education was originally picked because of Ed's High School. I'm actually really chuffed to be a part of Ed's. I think it's fabulous. I think the kids are brilliant, and I think they give us such a broad spectrum of the difficulties that children face generally learning, but the technology has a much broader application. If you can imagine, if you had a traumatic brain injury, for example, as an adult, and you come out of a coma and you're intellectually intact, but your mouth won't work and you can't get your body to do what you want it to do, the technology can allow you to then organise your daily routine, tell people what you want, etc. by using the action. All you have to do is be able to move your nose effectively, or any part of your head, and then you can run your daily life. So it then translates back to these children who in fact need to organise themselves on a daily basis. The computer works across all those kinds of things.
Today, of course, we're talking about the introduction of the NDIS legislation. What's been the response from government and what are you hoping for?
Can I say that Minister Constance, he has been terrific. He has taken it on board. ADIC itself gave us a long time and spent a long time researching us and making sure that we knew what we were doing. Once the Minister saw it, he's embraced it entirely. And what he feels, where he sees it belonging in the NDIS, is that it's so versatile. The technology just adjusts to each person. So he's arranged for us to meet with the CEO of the committee that's in fact, I think it's called Putting the NDIS Together, and that appointment starts in January of next year. So we're excited about the NDIS. I think it's a fabulous thing.
Just how far could this technology go, not just here in Australia, but around the world?
We want it to be an Australian first. We have an opportunity currently with us right now with from a party from New Zealand who are looking to put it across all 750,000 students in New Zealand. But essentially one of our partners has a very senior role in the US, and they see it as being a global application. So the Minister's actually had trade and investment come and see us to assist us to introduce it around the world.
Fran, Killoway, thanks very much for speaking to us on Newsday.
Thank you, Selena. It's been a pleasure.
25 minutes past 12 Eastern Daylight Time on Newsday. Now let's get the sport with James Bracey.